So good morning, my name is Xochitl. I'm the Director of Communications for the City of McAllen. I'd like to thank all of you so much from the City of McAllen and all of our sponsors and partners who are here with us today to celebrate and talk a little bit more about the McAllen Holiday Parade and a wonderful new exciting promotion that we're going to be talking about, and we will unveil another star for you. So before we get started, I'd like to recognize some very special guests with us today, including the Honorable Jim Darling, Mayor of the City of McAllen. He's in red. He's the one in red. Assistant City Manager Jeff Johnston. Assistant City Manager Mr. Joe Vetta. I'm sure all of you know him if you haven't had a chance to have a one-on-one with him yet. Of course, keeping our community safe and secure, the Chief of Police of the McAllen Police Department, Victor Rodriguez. The General Manager of the McAllen Public Utilities, Mark Vega. And the Director of our McAllen Parks and Recreation Department that do so many wonderful things in our community, keeping everyone healthy and safe and active, and all of his staff who help run everything, right, Mike? So thank you all for being here. And to the Office of Communications, who keeps everyone informed and updated on everything that the City of McAllen is doing, the Holiday Parade, and all of the other events and festivals that the City of McAllen hosts. But of course, to all of you, our sponsors, we could not do this without you. So to Burt Ogden Dealerships, Mr. Johnny Rodriguez, thank you for being here. From Driscoll Health System, Laura Cortez, Cindy Bruce, Delia Garza, and Sonia Viescas. From Doña Tota, Cindy Garza, and Tania Oliva. From Raising Cane's Chicken Fingers, Jorge Sainz. They're brand new to the Holiday Parade, but are enjoying it, and I know we are. Thank you for being here. From the McAllen International Airport, Yolanda Guzman. And of course, all of our media partners from Entrevision, Martin Nieves, 99.5 with Univision 48, Fox, and all of their radio stations. And from our communications, Matt Servier. But of course, the host for today here at this beautiful facility where we all, I'm sure, can enjoy ourselves today, the managing partner for L&F, Vala Mantia Paisen.
Good morning and happy Halloween. Before I get started, I do want to tell y'all that we really appreciate everybody coming out. We all have a very busy schedule and we have a lot of things going on, so that you would take your time and come out here for a few minutes. I hope you enjoy. We have food and some beverages later on, and just wanted to thank you for everything that you did and taking your time out. So this has been, I guess from inception, Jim, we've been part of the parade, right? 5 years now. And we're just happy to be a community partner. We welcome all the other partners, the ones that have been with us from the very beginning, and then also the new ones as well. This is a wonderful, wonderful parade. I think it's a way to give back to our community, which I know all the sponsors feel very strongly about. And we're doing something a little exciting and special and different this year than we have in years past, where we're kind of partnering with some of our retail accounts, and we're going to be doing some Pint Nights. We've put together some glassware. I think Natalie's going to talk about it in just a minute, where it has the Holiday Parade on one side and Budweiser on the other. And we're giving those away, of course, with our product. You get one of these glasses. And so I think as years go on and as we develop more of a relationship, we try to bring additional things to the Valley. So before I pass this on, I just want to encourage everybody to come to the parade. Again, drink responsibly and have a great year. Okay, thank you.
Thank you, Val. We certainly appreciate L&F Distributorship and all of their sponsorship, corporate responsibility here in our community. To tell us a little bit more about Pint Night, the McAllen Holiday Parade and Budweiser Pint Night throughout the city of McAllen, I'd like to bring up Natalie Garza with L&F.
Natalie with L&F Distributors. I'm the special events coordinator here. So together with our on-premise sales team, we got together with a few retail accounts in McAllen. So beginning November 7th through the 21st, we're going to have Pint Nights at 5 different locations to celebrate the 5 years of the anniversary of the parade. So the first Pint Night is going to be on November 7th at Wallbangers Burger Bar from 7 to 8 p.m. Wallbangers is on North 10th. On November 8th, we're going to be at the Quarter, the New Orleans style kitchen and tap room that is off of Nolana from 8 to 9 on November 8th. On November 12th, for Veterans Day, we're going to be at the American Legion Post 37 from 12 to 2. And on November 30th, we're going to be at Bourbon Street Grill from 6 to 7. And on the 21st at London Grill and Tavern from 5 to 6. So you purchase a draft beer of Budweiser and you get to take the glass home. So that's it. Great, thanks.
Thank you, Natalie. I'm going to start my collection. This one's empty, but I'm looking forward to the ones that are full. So make sure you get yours as well. So look for a little bit more information. The Pint Nights are only for an hour at each of these locations, so you got to get there early. Make sure you order, and of course, drive responsibly. To talk about our next announcement for the McAllen Holiday Parade is Mayor Darling.
Thank you and welcome. It's exciting to announce all the various stars for the parade. It's really fantastic to see all the folks out there, and especially some of the special guests we always have. You know, it's always inspired the community to participate, but I think one of the things that I'm really grateful for and proud to see is our corporate sponsorships. We have great corporate sponsors. It couldn't be done. It takes a lot of money to do a parade, and they can't do it without the great corporate sponsorships that we have, both big and small. And I have to say that nobody does it unlike L&F Distributorships. They do a fantastic job every year. You know, they do the Star Scholarship Program, which is kind of an icon for fundraisers in our city, and that's fantastic. And so they become an integral part, not only of this parade, but certainly of all the things that help our families and friends and get together. You know, the corporate sponsorship is throughout the region and has positive impact on the community, supporting various important and beneficial causes. And so I always appreciate it. You know, I'm at my funniest when I'm using Bud products, actually. And so it also helps me a lot. So we want to thank L&F Distributor and Budweiser and say for all of you, this Bud's for you. Okay? And you can get all 6 at once, but don't drive, or you can go all 6 different places and get those. I plan to maybe do both. So anyways, I'm here to announce our next celebrity. I have to tell you, I'm a big fan of this guy's. I remember watching football in the 70s and 80s and was very excited to see this guy play. I'm going to announce it in a second. But he's played for the team in Dallas, so I won't tell you what team that is. And so let's take a little look at a video. Where is that? Video right there, and I'll give you a clue. Who gets Tony Hill? So if you go to the Pint Nights and you get a Bud, you'll get a free glass. Okay, it's Tony Hill. That's great. Everybody, that's good. You know, Tony's a 4-time Pro Bowler, and he played for the Cowboys when they were winning Super Bowls. That's probably the most important part. And I remember him as Thrill Hill. I think everybody that saw him play at that time. So returning. He was here last year, and he's best remembered for what? What catch would you call it? The immaculate catch against the Miami Dolphins, for those that remember. Who remember that? Anybody remember? Okay, that's great. So we're really excited to see Tony. Many of us who are diehard Cowboy fans remember players like Tony Hill. By the way, Buffalo Bills and Cowboys are my 2 favorite teams. And the other Super Bowl winning players will help define America's team. I want to make sure that you can bring, I'm going to bring my helmet so Tony can sign it. You can bring whatever equipment you want, for football equipment, as long as it was worn on the outside, to have him sign. Early this morning I spoke to Tony, by the way, and that's what I call him, Tony, and he said he wanted me to relay this to you. He's sorry that he couldn't be here today, but he asked me to share this message, and he's equally excited to be part of the event again. He really enjoyed it, and I think one of the most important parts he enjoyed was spending time with the Capable Kids organization. They spend a lot of time with that, and I'm sure that we'll have that done again this year. So he can't wait to come back and do that. I always put a cowboy on my float, so I announce him. I get a lot of applause during the parade because I don't get any applause as mayor. So I'm excited. Maybe you'll ride on my float with me. And so he also said expect that the Rio Grande Valley Dallas Cowboy fans and the boys will have, and Cowboys who have the boys will be heard from all the way along the McAllen Parade, and they certainly will. So that's what Tony says about our parade and the Dallas Cowboys. So you heard that here first. Anyway, folks, that's our Dallas Cowboy legend who will be with us, and he certainly is a legend on December 1st. And I'm sure we'll be announcing other great celebrities that will be in the parade, and so we know y'all want to be here. And I also want to again thank L&F Distributor and Budweiser for doing a great job that you do, and we hope we enjoy the next 10, 15, 20 years, how long the parade is with you, with the partnership. Great, Val, thanks an awful lot. So thank you, I'll see you at the parade.
So there you have it. Tony Hill will be our other legend, joining Jay Novacek, who we announced last week, and we have a lot more stars to announce in the coming week. So make sure you head to the McAllen Holiday Parade website and follow us on all of our social media handles to get all of the latest information. Now, to host an event as big as the McAllen Holiday Parade is, requires a lot of different moving parts, but one of the most important aspects is keeping all of our attendees safe and secure, and making sure there are no accidents and other things that could happen. So to talk a little bit about what is already in place and in plans for the parade, I'd like to bring up our Chief of Police for the McAllen Police Department, Victor Rodriguez.
Thank you. Good morning. It's great to be here, Val. It's good to see you. Good morning. This event is the single largest one-time gathering of people in one place at one time in this part of the country. So it is quite an undertaking for us at McAllen to be able to deliver the parade as it's formatted, and then also to be able to have that in a place that is secure. That falls on us to coordinate, and that falls on us to deliver to our citizens and to the region of South Texas and northern Mexico, for that matter. I can tell you that we don't do it by ourselves. We plan for this, and we've done so for over the years with a multitude of agencies. I can tell you that we will have this event, especially in the environment that we're in today. It is an event that is taken very, very seriously by state and federal agencies, and therefore all of us come together. We will have assets on the ground, and we'll have assets in the air, and we'll have assets in between that are federal, state, and county, and local agencies. There's a number that goes well over a dozen agencies that will be with us working for this event. So without saying a whole bunch about all of what we have to do to get this thing done, I want to just necessarily tell you that we worked for this and we developed this plan throughout the entirety of the year. But we're already in what I say go time. We're there already, and we're in the final stages of wrapping up our planning for this. So with that said, the only other thing I want to add to this morning, and maybe we're going to take some questions from them. No? Yes? No? Okay. No questions. All right. The traffic in our city for the event. So we ask that you help us deliver at least this part of the message. Number one is that, beginning November 30th, it is that area around Bicentennial, around McAllen Memorial Stadium. It is a busy place. And certainly on beginning Saturday morning, we actually start seeing some closures on Friday evening. So we ask that you help us deliver this message for the safety of all, and the safety of so if we can prevent all of these things going into the event, then we don't have assets preoccupied, and we have them all free to do the stuff that we have to do on event day. So bear in mind that we have street closures beginning Friday evening. street closures into Saturday morning, and certainly a lockdown by noon Saturday of everything south of Nolanda on Bicentennial. You can basically square this off to 10th Street, 23rd Street, and all the way down to the expressway. That is the area that is most impacted by the event. And we ask you to help us communicate to our citizens, get there early if you're going to the event. If you got places to go, the airport or the mall or places like that, that you plan ahead and you find alternate routes to get to those particular locations. The safety of every one of us, and therefore the safety of this event, is a responsibility that belongs to every one of us. If we all do our part, we will all live to have the 6th annual Holiday Parade in McAllen. So with that said, thank you. If you have questions, we'll be glad to take those on the
Chief,
side.
before you go, I want to thank the chief and his department, but Chief, I'd like you to go ahead and take questions, if you would, please, and if there's any questions. I tell you, they do an unbelievable job. We feel very safe at the city of McAllen, being able to plan the parade and do the fun things that we do, because we know the chief's got it under control, and as he says, it's a year-round job for him. So, Chief.
So we'll do questions, Q&A. You have some questions about any, I mean, to some extent, we'll be able to answer some of them. They don't have questions. Thank you so much.
So I just want to thank all of y'all for being here, thank our sponsors, and I tell you, we have a wonderful staff at the City of McAllen that works hard in preparing for this event. You've all heard us talk about all of the wonderful things that you see in the parade and why we do the parade. Everything from quality of life to economic impact, having a safe and prepared city, boosting civic pride, all of the accolades that the parade has won as best parade in the world. But this year, the City of McAllen and our team is going above and beyond all that. We're going to go beyond quality of life, beyond safety, beyond economic development, beyond the best parade in the world. And this year, we are giving the families of McAllen, the children of McAllen, the world. Because McAllen, the McAllen Holiday Parade theme is Christmas around the world. And of course, it's presented by HEB. So you've got to come out and experience all of the magical floats, balloons, and everything from around the world. We'll tell you a little more about that, but it's really exciting, and I think you will really see a parade like never before. So thank you all for being here. Sochi, thank you. Val, thank you very much. Appreciate it.
Thank you, Mr. Vera. So yes, make sure you follow us on our social media and website. All of the information, as Chief was talking about, the traffic closures and all of the exciting elements that Mr. Vera was referring to with Christmas around the world, and of course all of the wonderful promotions and events and activities with our sponsors and media partners. To close out, Val would like to say a few more words. Thank you.
I just want to thank the guys for putting this together in the back, and Natalie and Yvette for helping out. Y'all did a great job. Amy, y'all did a great job on this. Thank you. We have the glassware here, so you're free to take your own sample. I don't know if we're filling it up or not, but anyway, we are. Samples. So we have samples as well. So please enjoy, and thank you again for coming. Thank you.